Well, I came in here limping. I had a very bad leg, particularly my knee. I thought that it was a hamstring. Because we can't get hold of any GPs, I thought a physio will know what it is. Well, I was made to feel very welcome, certainly at reception, but also made welcome by my physio. And actually, after I think the first session, I became very relaxed, and we actually had a few laughs. Now, I don't expect to go to any therapist and have a lot of laughs, but we actually have, and it's been part of the treatment, I think, that I could be myself, and yet, we could have some fun. So we were doing the exercises. I was having the massage, sometimes really sort of deep massage that you go, ooh, help, but it was fine. No pain, no gain. Oh, the numbers. Well, it's quite boring, really, to have to hear 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, up to about 7 or 10, whichever exercise it is. So I suggested that maybe we could just use different languages, because I guessed that my physio actually had several languages that she spoke or speaks, and I think I may have been right. Well, I know a bit of French, I know a little bit of German, particularly for numbers, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc., and so on. So that was much more fun. It was good, yes. I never knew which exercises that she was going to give me, because there seemed to be a lot of them. But of course, the thing was that things changed, because as my knee changed, as my knee improved, whether it was the hamstring or the lower back, as things improved, different regime was needed. And I don't think I realised that till about the 4th or 5th session. So, things were progressing. And it started to make sense. But Heems was able to explain it to me. I certainly needed to know what was expected each session, definitely, That was very good, actually. I thought it was very professional. And as I kept coming, I realised that you were outlining what we were going to do each time, which was helpful. I mean, it's kind of like teachers do with their children, but it was done in a very adult way, so that was great. Yeah. Oh, have I adapted my life differently? Well, I've had to fit in all these exercises, yes. And yes, I have, and I think I have changed things. I had to change things anyway, because I was limping so badly to start with, and then gradually that limp was going, and so the whole thing put together, there were changes, definitely. To squat down rather than to use my back and go straight down to pick things up. I think this is one of the things as you get older, because it's not just about picking things up off the floor, it's actually putting your shoes on and that sort of thing as well. And fortunately I've got one of these long-handled shoehorn, thank you, shoehorn. So that is very, very helpful. I use it all the time. But I think adapting and changing things slightly to be more sensible, perhaps, in the way I move in everyday things. Yes. Little did I know that I was going to meet you folks. And, really it's benefited me a lot, because I think if you come and you're relaxed from the moment you walk in, I think that helps a lot. Therefore, the receptionist is just as important as everybody else. The whole team, I think, is important, really, in making you feel, as I said, welcome, but also to relax, because you usually got 5 or 10 minutes perhaps to wait, and then you're in the right frame of mind for your session. I feel good. I'm very pleased I came here. I mean, physically and mentally I feel better, so it's got to be a good thing. I seem to have had a lot of exercises. But there again, I've had more than one thing that has ailed me. So I feel that, that's justified, because what Heems picked up was that I'd also got varicose veins that were causing quite a lot of my problems, which I'd never really thought about. So that was a new thing. So I've pretty well kept up with things, I hope. Physiotherapists always want more. They always want you to do more, I think, but that's Okay, that's understood. So because if you're wanting more, then perhaps it means that you sort of, you get on with it and do more. Yeah. But generally, I feel so much better. So you're talking about a journey.
Yeah.
I've come from limping badly. I went on holiday during this time. I had to use a walking stick and was limping around Italy like that, to now where I can actually run up the stairs again. Yes, I can see the need for the exercises, and I would endeavour to do what Heems has told me to do, and to do the exercises. I did have an exercise regime that I did pretty well every morning, but now I've got something that's tailored to me and to my needs. It is making a big difference. I certainly recommend people came here for all the reasons, the positive reasons I've just mentioned, and not to be frightened or worried that they will be put to their ease to come, and it will help them get better, because just sitting back and doing nothing, they're not going to get better. People aren't going to. So, in fact, I've already signed up, I think, one friend who is going to come, and she'd had quite a bad experience before with a physio, which I'm sure she'll tell you about. And and perhaps it's particularly useful for people who have had those bad experiences, because if they could come here and do counting in different languages, or do something a bit of fun like that, and know that it's not all about being told what to do all the time, that it actually can be a two-way thing, which I hope I've described, then, I think for people that can be very useful, very useful. I mean, I'm quite an independent person. I want to be involved, and I think you can be involved here with these physios. Yeah. Oh yes, I think that the benefits did take a few visits, because there was clearly more than just what I thought was the pulled hamstring. So yes, it did take more than one visit. I think one visit isn't enough ever to any therapist, really. So I think probably by session 3, I was starting to really feel the benefit, but knew that there was more to be done. A more intensive a course of treatment, and I think maintenance is also important, because you can't fix everything within a couple of weeks. Our bodies are quite complicated, so probably mine's much more complicated than most people's. So I think to just expect everything to be done and in a month, that's unrealistic. I think it needs longer than that.